So the Jet Volume 3 is coming out here really soon. The plan is to have it out in February of 2026. So in honor of that, I've decided to do what I should have been doing for a while now and, post a little bit more advertisement so that you guys know what's going on. I've been doing a lot of that on my Instagram. Most of that is just posting pictures of Comic Cons that I've went to and me interacting with fans. But I wanted to do something new today. This is attached to me drawing a little bit about the Jet as I tell you about him. I don't really get to do that as much as I would love to. Back when I first started the Jet, when I was in college, I did all the sketches for the first 2/3 of the comic on my own. But now I have an illustrator who's like wonderful. So just doesn't come with the territory anymore. I still draw a lot. A lot of that is like studying or if I have to do like quick concept art. But for the most part, I don't really get to do much of this anymore. But I really enjoyed this, so perhaps I'll start doing this more and posting it. Okay, so some of the things about the Jet. The Jet is a water-based hero out of Chicago. I'm from Chicago, so Kevin, the Jet, is from Chicago. The Jet has water-based powers. His name's a double entendre. Kind of has to do with like a jet of water, but also like a jet as in a plane in the sky. Kind of stating that, as planes fly in the sky is the limit. Kevin's powers are pretty simple at the moment. He whenever his adrenaline is pumping, water is like attracted to him. It wants to protect him. There aren't a lot of water-based heroes in Kevin's world. Maybe there have been listed 5. Kevin, whenever his adrenaline is pumping, like I said, water is attracted to him. But over time, he learns to manipulate water and do a large variety of things, whether that is create bubbles as like shields or bubbles that allow him to float. Just stuff like that. A really cool thing about, the water being attracted to him, it's like automatic. So if someone is like shooting a gun at him and he doesn't notice, someone could be drinking a cup of water across the street and the water will try to come out of the cup to save him. So it's kind of a cool thing as far as an automatic defense, but it also has a huge backfire. So the more water that's attracted to Kevin, the more dehydrated he gets. So like he has to hydrate like a lot. But also it's kind of this talk or this touch on this idea of what does it mean to take control of your life. There's a lot of deeper meanings when it comes to the Jet that we kind of focus on. For Kevin, there are like 2 ones that are playing in the foreground to begin with. So this idea of the control of your own life is the one that his powers kind of represent. Sometimes, we find ourselves in life kind of going by the wave, so to speak. We kind of take what is given us, and that can be really good or it can be really bad. But why let life dictate what, how life should go for you when you can be in control? And so that could be something as simple as, my parents were doctors, so I'm going to be a doctor. That's a great altruism to kind of push towards, but that's not really your choice. So as we look at life, what are the things that we want to do? And so Kevin, he has this great ability that he's been given, but as long as it runs his life, there's always going to be drawbacks. And so Kevin's like main thing is learning to take control of his own life. But that also leads into like his second reasoning for like, his abilities being a big play in the story. So sometimes we need a catalyst in life, to kind of make a difference. A lot of us are kind of thrown into situations that, you don't really have any say, whether that's, poverty or I mean, you can list a lot of them. Some things you really don't have control over. But that doesn't change the fact that we have desires and wants and whatnot. And when we start thinking about that, sometimes you just need the right catalyst. Some people are amazing athletes, but they don't have good coaches. And some people have good coaches, but they don't have great athletic genes. And so, like, if you hit a growth spurt in your senior year of high school or junior year, or even like in college, like an extra like 4 inches can make the world of difference. And you have all the athletic ability in the world, but if you don't have a good coach or something like that, you can kind of be stuck in a rut. So that's to go the athletic route and explain. But when those two things align, sometimes these catalysts can push you way forward. And so Kevin's kind of this idea, like when he was born, he had asthma for a very long time, and that affected his psyche. He was very timid. But he wanted to do better, and when he got a chance, a catalyst happened. He got surgery, and there's much more to it in the comic book. But it allowed him the chance to make a difference, to put his staple on the world. But as that happens in real life, you find that the grass is different on the other side. I won't say greener, but when these catalysts happen in our real life, it's like our lens are changed. Not only do you have the ability to change things, but then you are able to really see things how they are. So for Kevin, he was living in this idealistic vision of like, hey, I can be a hero, I can make a difference. But as anyone that, studies politics or just lives in this world, that there's always different sides to every story. And so when you're saying, hey, I'm going to be a hero, what does that even mean? So anyway, this idea of a catalyst of like, hey, now you have a chance. What are you going to do with it? That's like Kevin's like story. And so, or at least like the beginning of his story, like I said, things get a lot deeper. And Kevin's just the forefront for this story. There are so many other characters in it that we go over different concepts and different like ideas that I feel it might be more pertinent towards like life. But Kevin, the sky is the limit. Like that's a great place to start when it comes to any story. In fact, it's there's some ideas that are repeated over like years, like ever since like even your grandparents were kids. There are probably stories that had this same idea of like inspiration and catalyst, because that's a continued thing in life that we all experience. If only, like these are the things that we often think. But what happens when that if only is like, all right, we'll give you a shot. Now, what are you going to do with it? Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed the video. Some things I want to say about the video as you're watching it. Kevin was loosely based off of me a little bit, but also one of my friends, Caleb Lee. So yeah, whenever I'm drawing, I kind of think of him. Really cool guy. Another thing, I really love LeBron Soldiers. Those are like my favorite basketball shoes that I've ever played in. I have like quite a few pairs, so I don't know if LeBron ever sees this. Peek out the shoes. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions on where to get the jet, please comment below. And I won't be a stranger. I'll be posting more of these. All right, thank you.